will no longer be there. So if your egg is released today, 7 p.m. local time, you have sex by 8 p.m. tomorrow, the probability of you getting pregnant is almost zero because the egg will no longer be there. This has to be understood because a lot of ladies get confused. There is a difference between the day the egg is released, which is the ovulation day, and the fertile window of a woman. The fertile window of a woman is different, or looking the same but different from the ovulation day. The fertile window are those days leading to the ovulation day, or they are those days leading to the day that the egg is released. So the days leading to the day the egg is released, as well as the day the egg is released, plus maybe a day after, is generally considered to be your fertile window. But that day the egg is released is called the ovulation day, and that day lasts just for 24 hours, which means it's 1 day. So your ovulation is 1 day. So to understand if you can get pregnant if you have sex immediately after menstruation is to first of all understand the day that egg is released, which is the ovulation day. So once you understand that, now the next thing is to understand how many days will sperm cell last in the female genital tract once sperm is deposited. So if you have intercourse with your partner today, how long will that sperm cell stay within your reproductive system? How long will it stay? These are the two questions. Once answered, then the question we are asking here will be able to answer. The first step, if you know when you ovulate, when you release the egg, the second step is to know how long sperm cell lasts in your female reproductive tract. Generally, sperm cell lasts between 3 days right up to 5 days. So between 3 days right up to 5 days. 3 days is like the optimum. Okay. So if you meet with your partner on the 1st of April, the sperm cell will still be there. It will be there on that 1st, will be there on the 2nd, will be there on the 4th, will be there on the 5th. On the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, it will still be there. So sperm cell can stay right up to 5 days in the female reproductive system. With this, you're going to understand that for you to understand if having sex immediately after menstruation can get you pregnant, you have to make sure that if the egg is released and you have any intercourse you have between these days, we say sperm cell can last, you become pregnant. You become pregnant. You become pregnant. Sister Faith, thank you so much for your question. I'm going to respond to it. Okay, thank you so much for your question. So you become pregnant. Sister Faith, please just stay below. Probably you're going to answer the question even by our discussion. So you see that one. The first step is to know when your egg is released. The second step is to know how many days sperm cell can last. How do you know that day? How do you know that today is my ovulation day? How do you know? You know that by knowing the menstrual cycle. What is your menstrual cycle? What is your menstrual cycle? If you're watching this video, please put in the chat, what is your menstrual cycle? If you know your menstrual cycle, then to know the day you ovulate is 1 second. The menstrual cycle minus 14 gives you the day your egg is released. Let me repeat again. The menstrual cycle minus 14 gives you the day your egg is released. Are we together? Your menstrual cycle, let's take for example, you are 28-day cycle. How do you know the day the egg is released? Take 28 minus 14. The answer gives you 14. Isn't it? That is the day your egg is released. Day 14. So the menstrual cycle minus